guys should, I'll take a couple more questions. If you are parked in front of Batteries Plus, which I understand is this side of the building, there's like 4 or 5 cars. You need to move your car now. They're about to have them towed. There's 5 cars. That's Battery Plus. There's only 5 of you.
Unless you're buying batteries.
That's right. And you can come right back in.
We can use double A's for the campaign.
Senator, we're seeing an alarming rise in vile anti-Semitism all across Europe. And here in the United States, most recently, Prime Minister ushered in through that door. There was a conversation with the President in the living quarters, leading the Prime Minister and his staff sitting here, and said, "Give me a call if you want to talk." And then most recently, the President's National Security Advisor, James Jones, told a reprehensible, and I put it in quotes, joke, describing Jews as greedy merchants. What can we do about this? Rocky recently wrote an open letter to Congressman Peters calling on him to join Rocky in repudiating that kind of vile, anti-Israel, anti-Semitic rhetoric in this country. What do you have to say about that?
When I was in the Senate, I started a joint committee between the House and Senate on religious liberty, and we focused a lot initially on religious liberty issues internationally. And of course, as you can imagine, a lot of those issues came up in Europe and the Middle East, having to deal with the treatment of Jews in that area, and also, unfortunately, in the Middle East, the treatment of Christians in that area. But we would have a meeting every month. Roy Blunt, who was a House member from Missouri, was the chair on the other side, and we would have literally every, you can imagine, I mean, just every religious group you can possibly imagine, from the Catholic Church to the Scientologists. Literally, everybody is up there. We had this is religious liberty. I mean, we're not making any kind of claims as to what's true or not true, but the right of people to practice their faith. And what we found as we had these meetings is that more and more people were coming to the meetings, because that was a meeting for us to listen to them and to what was going on and to take on projects. More and more people were coming with issues in this country of what was going on, and in particular, anti-Semitism, in particular on college campuses. Where is this coming from? It's coming from the hard left. Now here you have a very interesting situation where Jews overwhelmingly vote for the left. Right. And yet the anti-Semitism that is brewing in America, is brewing on college campuses, is brewing with ultra-left-wing professors who are inculcating generations of Americans with anti-Semitic ideas, and that Israel is the problem in the Middle East. We hear this and we see this over and over again. And it's the left who has now bought into it. It's Barack Obama, by his actions, who has brought into the problem that it's the Jews that are the problem. And that if the Jews would simply just be reasonable and leave or do something, maybe somewhat short of that, then we could solve that problem. Ignore the fact that Hamas and Hezbollah all said that they're there for the destruction of the state of Israel and they're not going to take that away. And somehow or another we're going to get a deal with these people. It is born from the left. It is tolerated by the mainstream media. We never see the mainstream media go out and cover these instances of religious intolerance on college campuses. To me, it's a matter of shining light. And we have to shine light into where it's being born. And it's not being born by, as Mike Bloomberg said the other day when we saw that happen. It's not being born by people who hate the healthcare bill. Those aren't the people who are attacking America. It's born by folks who hate America. And I would make the argument that far too many of our college professors and those on the left hate what America stands for. They absolutely hate it. And they want to foundationally change it. And unfortunately, Barack Obama is marching to their tune and is trying to do exactly that.
And by the way, Ken, one other quick thing. If you look at Europe, Europe is changing dramatically. It's actually Eastern Europe, Poland, Lithuania, Slovakia, Czech, that is actually saving Europe's, can you say, heritage?
Western civilization.
Yeah, because now Europe, they're projecting that because of the birth rate of Muslims and into Europe, Europe will soon be a majority, at least Western Europe, will be a majority Islamic countries. So,
Senator and Rocky,
what,
if I might say
Ron,
here, real close.
gotta grab Canada.